Hey guys, Movie Junkie for Life here, and this is going to be my review of The Dark Tower. The Dark Tower tells the story of a tower, that stands in the middle of the universe, and there's a man in black, also known as Walter, who's trying to destroy it. The only thing preventing him from doing so is the last of his kind, a gunslinger named Roland, and a young boy named Jake, who happens to have the ability to shine, which is, for those who don't follow Stephen King's books, the shine means that he's a very powerful psychic. So let's get into it. Now, The Dark Tower is one of those Stephen King adaptations taking place very recently. We've seen a bunch of Stephen King stuff just seem to blow up out of nowhere. We have The Mist on television right now, which is so-so in my opinion. We have the upcoming It, which looks spectacular, and a slew of other films. And The Dark Tower was one that a lot of Stephen King fans were really hyped for, especially considering that playing Roland we have Idris Elba, we have Matthew McConaughey as the Man in Black, and a young actor named Tom Taylor who's playing Jake Chambers. So is it any good? Unfortunately, the short answer to that is not really. Let me get into it. My biggest issue with this movie was that it didn't look like a big budget, big production film. This movie looks really dated for something made in 2017. The special effects are very subpar. There's a fight scene between Roland and another demon that takes place where they go through a window and they fall into a bus, and I could not believe what I was seeing. It looked like something out of Blade, Blade Part 2 I should say. I was just jarred by how bad the special effects and the CG was in this film. The action sequences also held no real weight to them. It looks really cool. The concept of it is really cool, I should say. You know, the way Roland can reload his gun in the air and reload really fast, but you never get that feeling of it. Nothing feels fast. Everything seems choreographed. It just doesn't look good. There's no weight to it when he shoots somebody. There's no real power behind it, and these guns are supposed to be special as well. These guns are actually known as Excalibur, and the reason for that is that, I'm not spoiling anything here, I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything, is that he is from the line of Eld, which is descendant from Arthur Eld, which in this universe is like King Arthur, or what we know as King Arthur. So there you go, Excalibur. And yeah, like I said, the action sequences have no real weight to them. They just kind of happen, and they are a bit few and far between, but that's not really the problem. The story here is paper thin. Now, I've only ever read the first book, and just that first book alone, I can tell you there's a lot more to this story. And apparently, as we know, it's loosely adapted from the first 4 books, I think they said, or it's the events that take place after the first 4 books. Why would you do that? You're trying to start a universe of films, a franchise, so to speak. Why not take your time and develop the story the proper way it was meant to be told? I don't understand why they felt the need to just try and bungle everything into this one film. It's the same mistake that they made with The Mummy. You're so focusing on trying to build a franchise, you're forgetting to tell a story. So whether or not you're offending the people who actually love the original films, or film goers in general, this is paper thin and it's weak. And I apologize if you're hearing noise in the background. My kittens are going a bit crazy. Yeah, so like I said, this is just weak sauce. And when I realized who had co-wrote and produced this movie, Akiva Goldsman, this is one of the geniuses behind the Transformers franchise. And Lord knows if I knew that going in, I would have been more prepared for how disappointing this movie was going to turn out. The only good thing about this movie, is the fact that Idris Elba, Matthew McConaughey, and Tom Taylor, these guys, they're good in it. Roland and Jake are very believable. Their chemistry is believable. This father-son relationship that's building between them is believable. They're the best parts of the film. Poor Matthew McConaughey, he's done so much to revive his career, and I think he actually walked away from some big blockbuster film to be the Man in Black, and this is a nothing character. We get no real motive for why he wants to destroy the Dark Tower. He's just this evil guy who's evil for evil's sake. Listen, we don't want this shit anymore. We want well-developed villains. We want Voltaire in Spider-Man. We want Loki in Avengers. These are the kind of villains we want. We want villains that are well-rounded. This is inexcusable in 2017. So like I said, this felt more like the pilot of a TV show than an actual big blockbuster film. And it's so disappointing. I really hope that they go back and they reboot it. I know they have a TV series in development. I hope Idris Elba is involved in that series. I even hope young Tom Taylor is involved in that series. I don't think Matthew McConaughey is going to come back because this is just horrendous. And he does try his best, guys. It's not really his fault. Like I said, I look at this, it's bad screenplay, it's bad directing, bad special effects. The fault is not with the actors on this one. So I'm giving Dark Tower a 3 out of 10. Maybe a 4. Right? I'll give 3 points, 1 for each actor. So I think that's fair. 3 out of 10. And let's hope they come again. Let's hope the rest of the Stephen King stuff that we're getting is good. Mr. Mercedes, the pilot, was really good. It looks amazing. I really hope it lives up to expectations. But the Dark Tower for now is a flop, and I'm giving it 3 out of 10. And that's going to be it for me, guys. So until next time, bye-bye.